Hello, Internet. So I literally just got off the phone with the oncologist. Uh, Getting a hold of that man was a chore. Um, a much more optimistic conversation than the one I had with the liver surgeon. I'm sure you'll recall that the liver surgeon was basically like, get an infusion pump, maybe you'll live longer. Meanwhile, the oncologist is a lot more hopeful. Um, why, why is it that everybody else that everybody he sends me to is so pessimistic, and this guy is like, no, we got this. Um, I mean, he's, I will say, cautiously optimistic. He's not completely, like, cancer, whatever. No, it's more like, no, we've got treatment options, and there's more options coming out every day. Uh, he talked a lot about like the research that's being done currently and how new treatments are under development, and maybe they could get me into a clinical trial, et cetera, et cetera. So it was just a lot more optimistic, and I like that. Although I don't know if I'm siding with him on this because, well, obviously I would want to side with the guy who's telling me I'm going to live. Um, I don't know who to believe, but I'm inclined to err on the side of you know, of a positive outcome. But we'll see. But anyway, so what he suggests is not the infusion pump, but a form of radiation therapy. And I may have described this in a previous video. Basically, it's they inject these little glass beads that have a radioactive isotope inside of them, and they are injected into my liver because that right now is the main focus, not the uh, colon tumor, but the liver, because the liver is what's going to kill me. Um, and they block the capillaries to the cancerous lesions, and at the same time slowly release their radiation to kill the cancer cells. Um, and they've had a lot of positive results with that, he says. Um, but he did reiterate that this is a treatment, not a cure. Um, and I think I need to be prepared for the likelihood that I will have cancer for the rest of my life, however long that is. I'll just have it and keep treating it, and it'll be a chronic disease that I just deal with. Um, my main concern, like that, I'm not so much concerned about that as I am concerned about what form my life will take because of it. Now, we did talk side effects, and he said the most common one is ulcers in the stomach, and they have to be very careful to map out the uh, the liver to make sure that these beads don't end up in the stomach, because that could be very bad. But the most common side effect from radiation therapy is fatigue, but it does not. Hey, Maja, you're on camera. Uh, Fatigue, not nausea, not vomiting. Thank fucking God. Oh, phew. I was I was not looking forward to that. Um, so yeah. Oh, and he said that the neuropathy that I've been experiencing lately in my fingertips and feet should go away. But to keep him up to date about that, there's things that can be done. He talked about stretching exercises, which I have tried doing, and they seem to be like pretty good for my fingertips, but for my feet, I don't really see that much of a change. I don't know. It gets really bad some days. Like, oh, the pain in my feet is just terrible. and that's the only thing I can feel. It's basically like numbing pain. I can't feel, you know, you can poke my foot and I won't feel it, but I just feel this constant stinging pins and needles sensation all over the bottoms of my feet and between my toes and so forth. It's awful. Anyway, so there's that. Um, yeah, that's it. So the oncologist is going to have I forget what he's called, a doctor who does radiation therapy, have them contact me either later this week or early next week, and get an appointment set up, and we'll take it from there. So, uh, that's it. Cautiously optimistic, and we'll see what happens. So, I'll update again soon. Bye.